Welcome back to Toni Told Me, the cozy corner of the internet for the real talk and real tea with me, your internet's big sis, Toni Tone. I'm sure you guys have seen the Grammys all over your feed. The outfits, the performances, every single year artists show out. And I'm so gassed to be able to say that on this episode of the pod, we have our very own Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter on the sofa, who also happens to be my sister-in-law. Wild. Kamille is in the building.
Oh my God, don't watch my nails. We were literally just talking about our nails look so bad right now. So if you see my nails, just ignore them.
See, I wish you never said that because mine are grown out too. And now everyone, because you said that now, everyone's going to watch our nails.
Do you know what though? This is a sign. I always say, if you see a girl's nails looking like this, it's a sign that she's been working hard.
Right, realness.
We haven't got time to get our nails done. Mine look terrible. I'm just going to be like...
I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Just a reminder, guys, if you're not following us on socials, make sure you do at Toni Told Me Pod. Subscribe on YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple, Amazon. And don't forget, we have the Patreon, where we give you the juiciest updates every single Friday. So if you haven't subscribed to the Patreon, please subscribe. Our first segment is Teatime with Toni, where we have dilemmas. And Kamille is going to do, I know she's going to do a fabulous job of answering these dilemmas for you guys. But before we get into that, I'm going to give a bit of a life update. And Cam, I want you to give one too, because, you know, life has been lifing, but in a good way. How's life been for you?
It's been incredible, but I am tired. So I'm a mother of two now, which happened last year. I became a mother of two.
Insane.
You became an auntie of two.
Insane.
Auntie Toni. But yeah, I have a 2-year-old and an 8-month-old. So I don't even know how I literally got my wig on today.
I don't know how you do it.
I don't know how I do this.
We're going to get into your career more, but I just don't know how you're such a boss.
It's a lot.
And you have 2 children. And you have to deal with being married to my brother. But that's a story for another day. I'm joking. Love you, Toni. I'm joking. My life update. What have I been doing? Nothing too interesting. Just getting used to my new bold blonde head.
Do you know what? Can I say something to you guys? This woman right here is enjoying life. Let me say something. She FaceTimes us most nights because she does bedtime stories with our son. It's so cute, with her nephew. And every time I'm on FaceTime with Toni, she has done something else, like a major move. Like, okay, she'll be like, oh yeah, so we're just redecorating the whole room. We've just done it. Oh yeah, I just dyed my hair blonde. Oh yeah, I'm like, what are we going to see next on FaceTime?
I think I just have too much free time.
Yeah, but you're enjoying.
I just have too much free time. And because of that, I'm just exploring in ways that are sometimes productive, sometimes questionable.
Living your best life.
You know what? Getting everything out of my system. That's what I'm doing. You know?
But I think that's what you should be doing in your newlywed era. Yeah. You should just be experimenting, having fun, eating all the food, drinking all the drinks, having good sleep, having good other stuff, and just enjoying it.
Wow.
This isn't the Patreon, sorry.
Wow.
Chill it
this
down.
isn't Toni Told Me Unfiltered, Kamille.
Sorry.
This isn't the unfiltered
You're
episode.
meant to be enjoying.
But I hear you.
Right?
I agree. I hear you. As always, we have producer Annisha in the studio. And also, guys, you can't see producer Rosie, but we also have a new member of the team who is part of the brains behind this fabulous operation. She's also in the building. Producer Annisha, please, as always, can you hit us with dilemmas?
I can indeed. Are we ready? Hi, Toni and producer Annisha. We missed you.
Oh.
A hearty congratulations to you, Toni, on your marriage. May God richly bless your union.
Amen.
Amen.
Firstly, I'd like to give you all your flowers. Ever since I started listening to your podcast, I feel like I'm a new person. You literally say everything beneficial for me to hear, and I feel like I've genuinely grown as a person. You're so insightful, and I love how I relate and learn from your pods. Could be a Gemini thing. Wink, wink. Oh my God, she's a Gemini like me.
Oh, like you and like Taiwo.
Oh my God, yes.
Lovely Gemini.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, bless you. Here's my dilemma. I'm with someone who ticks all of my non-negotiables, but I feel like I want more. I've had guys who are not him do a bunch of things for me that I truly desire, but he has never done or hardly does for me. Examples of this being cute surprises like booking me a spa date, getting me flowers, getting me my favourite cravings, bringing me a meal when I'm working late, etc. But still, these other guys can't be compared to him. especially taking it back to the non-negotiables. How can I deal with this? I've tried to hint and teach him my likes and interests, but some things seem unteachable. Should I still be searching?
Oh, okay, that's a good one. That is a good one. First off, I want to say thank you so much for listening to the podcast. That's very, very sweet.
That's lovely.
And funnily enough, I feel like this is something a lot of women can probably relate to at some point in their life.
100%.
Have you ever dated a guy that ticks all the boxes as far as like your necessary, that doesn't go against any of your non-negotiables? These are necessary things that you are unwilling to negotiate. They tick all those boxes, but there are extra little boxes that they don't tick that you never defined as like non-negotiables.
Yeah, I think that has happened in the past, but I feel like there's just something about the way you know when you know.
Yeah.
It's weird how you can think you have non-negotiables, but then when it comes down to it, there's still something missing. And it's like,
Yeah.
I feel like she sounds like she has that problem. There's some things that you can think you want and then they don't have something else and you can't even put your finger on it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, oh, this just isn't it. And it will never go away. I think that feeling, I think you have to have that fulfillment and it might not even be on your list.
I agree. And sometimes
Yeah.
you can find out things that weren't a non-negotiable actually are.
100%.
Like I've dated people in the past and be like, oh, he ticks everything on my basics list, like a basic foundational bare minimum level.
Yeah.
Like I cannot negotiate on these things. He ticks everything. But oh my God, wait, he's not funny and I don't really laugh with him. And then I
Yeah.
realized, oh my God, wait, does that mean a funny guy is now one of the things I can't negotiate on? And does that mean I have to introduce additional like non-negotiables to my list? But would you say then, if you knew this woman personally, would you tell her then, deadletting, or would you tell her, you know what, talk to the guy, he has everything else on your list, and let him know that you would appreciate those romantic gestures?
I think the fact that you've already said some things might be unteachable, you already know what it is. The fact that you even wrote in, you already know what time it is, boo. Okay? So I think, I'm quite harsh with these
You're
things.
ruthless.
I'm just like, listen, if you wrote in with this, so you already have that feeling where you're like, So I think you can talk to him, but I definitely think you should put this on like a mini probation period and be like,
Okay, yes,
I'm
I agree
just
with
going to
that.
like see what else there is out there. Not in a horrible way. I don't condone like cheating or like experimenting physically with anyone,
Yeah.
but I definitely think you should keep your options open.
Options
a little
open.
bit. Mental options. Your
Okay,
mental
fair.
options.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Like, I guess mine is quite similar, probably less ruthless. But yeah, I would say I agree with you in that. Like, if some things that you like aren't there, even if it's a want and not a need, that could be troublesome long term.
Yeah.
So
And it just gets worse.
yeah, that's the thing. It can get worse. And
Yeah.
some guys, don't get me wrong, some men are very teachable, right? Other men, absolutely not. And
No.
there are some men where it's like a part-time teachable. Like they will change for like the
100%.
first 2 months and then they go back to their same old ways.
You know, one thing I would say as well, so funny, right? I keep saying this, that when you have kids, all these things are just exacerbated. Like,
Really?
100%. All the things, the niggling things that annoy you get worse when you have children because you have even more stress in your life.
Yeah.
So this person needs to be doing the things that at least on a basic level make
Yeah.
you happy.
What niggly things does my brother?
Oh, Lord.
Well, give me one. Give me one.
Do you know what? You know, I think...
It's the whole Lord for me.
I think, do you know what it is? Me and Tommy, we kind of know each other's
Niggly
traits.
things.
We know all the niggly things at this point, and I love Tommy despite all his, and I'm sure he does with me.
Yeah.
But there are some things like with Tommy, he's very super observant. Like Tommy's like a hawk
Yeah.
over everything. Like he can spot anything. Like even down to like the way if I'm cooking chicken, oh my Lord.
What?
He has like an obsession with the way chicken is cooked.
Why?
Or like prepared. Like he thinks you're gonna get salmonella and he's very Tommy.
That sounds like my brother.
Oh my gosh.
That is too
Like
funny.
if there's chicken and the surface hasn't been cleaned or I haven't or if I touched the wrong thing, like Tommy can get like that.
Oh,
100%.
okay, yeah.
So things
He's
like
a
that.
bit OCD.
Right? He's
Yeah.
a bit OCD. So when you're tired and you've got like 2 kids crying and like you need to make some chicken real quick and you've got like Tommy doing that can be super annoying.
Okay,
So stuff
fair.
like that, just be aware that like you might find it okay now, but in the future,
Yeah, you have to
might
ask yourself,
annoy
can you
you.
handle it?
yeah, can you handle it?
And if you can't handle
The
it
answer
now,
is probably no.
yeah. So I hope that's helpful. Like probation period. So chat
Yeah.
to him, tell him, look, I love you. You're amazing. But I just wish you would be more romantic, more sentimental.
Yeah.
And I think how he responds to this constructive criticism is very telling.
True.
There have been times where I've approached partners. Let me even use my husband as an example. And there's a reason why I married him, right? In the beginning, there were little things I would observe here and there and be like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. And I would tell Taiwo, look, you do this. Not really a big fan of this. Can you stop this? Can you reduce this? Or can you increase this? And literally...
Was he good with that? He was fine.
Fantastic. Now, he would be weird. Like, initially, he'd be like, right? Just moaning and groaning and huffing and puffing. But then literally, I would see a change within the week. So he would huff and puff, but he kind of just does that to get it out of his system. But then he would change. And in the past, I would talk to men about things I liked or disliked that I would want them to maybe alter. And they would be so competitive to the point they either wouldn't do it or they would do it briefly and then just give up. But with him, it's like sustained. And I think if you can give constructive criticism to a partner, whether male or female, and they take it on board and they adapt or they change in some way to suit not just you, but also to like make you happy, but also improve as a person, I think that's such a beautiful thing. So if you are able to tell him that and he takes it on the chin and he actually administers change, oh my God, 10 out of 10. That's
true,
wonderful.
Actually. Yeah.
If he doesn't,
he gone.
I'm
ruthless on here, y'all. I don't know if I should come through. I didn't realise I was so ruthless.
But I also think the fact that you have children is probably contributed to that, because I feel like when people become mums, they're just like,
we ain't got time.
You just you come correct, or don't come at all. Like,
I don't have time for myself, babe. Like, honestly, at this point, please just don't bring me any stress.
That is it. Dilemma number 2, please, producer Anisha.
Yeah. This one says, hey, big sis, I'm so happy the podcast is back. I really miss listening to you on my commute to work. I've got a dilemma and I really need your help. I recently found out that my friend's boyfriend has been cheating on her.
Oh, gosh.
When I say friend, I don't mean best friend, but we're close enough that we hang out. We talk, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't care about her. The problem is, ... the girl he cheated with is someone in our wider circle.
Oh, no.
Like, I see her at events, we all follow each other on Instagram. If this comes out, it's not going to be just awkward, it's going to be full-blown drama. If I say something, I already know how this goes. Somehow, I'm the villain. I'm the messenger who gets shot. People start saying I'm messy, that I should have minded my business, that I'm doing too much. But at the same time, if I were her, I'd want someone to tell me. I'd be so hurt knowing people around me knew and I stayed quiet. I keep going back and forth because part of me feels like it's not really my place. I didn't cheat. It's not my relationship. But another part of me feels fake every time I see her smiling with him.
No.
So now I'm stuck. What should I do?
It's a sticky one. What would you do? Okay, let's say, I guess the nuance here that makes it a bit tricky is that it's not like her bestie. Exactly. It's just like a friend.
Yeah.
So, because there are some people that like, if they were having issues in their relationship, I'd be like, none of my business, face my front. Thanks. But then there are other people where I'd be like, oh my God, I have to tell her. So if it was just like, think of someone who is, they're not an acquaintance as such, but they're not a close friend. They're a friend, but like they just graduated from acquaintance. So think of that person in your head. You find out that their man cheated. So would you tell?
I just feel like I would try and reach out to a mutual or something. Like, do you have any friends of friends or someone you can connect with in the middle that can maybe pass this on? So it's not coming from you. Because I think if you're saying that people are going to think you're messy, then are you a messy person in general? Like, is this something that maybe people could say about you if you bring that up? Because then they might not even like listen to what you have to say. Maybe it needs to come from someone else, but you can just pass that on.
So like maybe tell her best friend?
Tell her best friend or her sister or anyone. If all fails, maybe you could write a little note. Like people do that in DM sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
You could kind of just send her a message. Like, I don't know. I don't think it should come from you.
To be fair, I know someone who recently got a coming to you as a woman message from the other woman, right?
Oh gosh.
And that actually... Okay, it didn't work out because obviously the person's heart got broken. But it worked out in the sense that the messenger wasn't treated badly. They were treated with grace and understanding. And in the end, the messenger and her ended up becoming like cool.
But I think that depends on the woman.
I agree.
Because if the woman is open to, outside information, then she'll be welcoming to it. But
And
if she
also-
wants to bury her head in the sand, she's not going to be welcoming to it.
And also the
that's a good
messenger's tone,
point.
the way that the message was relayed by the messenger.
That
Okay.
matters a lot.
You've hit some key points. So I guess
Yeah.
the question is, the person who got cheated on, do they seem like a receptive, understanding person,
True.
a mature person? Or do they seem like they like living in denial and delulu land?
Yeah.
And if they seem mature and receptive, you would have to translate that message in a very loving, caring way. I agree, actually, because sometimes people can relay like messages about cheating very callously.
Yeah, it's very and a bit passive aggressive sometimes in the way they say it. But do you know the thing that annoys me the most about this is like people be cheating and then you're going to now get in trouble for letting them know. Like, I don't understand that. That's so messed up to me.
Yeah.
The person's done something wrong. At the end of the day, they need to be called out for it.
Do you know what I hate?
So
When you tell someone that, oh, that person's cheating, and they are receptive and kind of, thanks for telling me, then like three weeks later, they're still with that person. Or they're back to- I'm like,
there's that part
"Bruh."
as well. There is that bit as well. They go back to them and you're like,
But I guess you tell not for them, not necessarily just for their sake, but also yours. Like, is it the right thing to do? So I think the underlying message here is like integrity. Yes, people may take it badly. Yes, people may think you're messy, but can you live with the fact that you know this information, you haven't shared it? Which speaks to your values more? Sharing the information or keeping quiet and preserving your reputation and safety? What do you align with more when it comes to your character? For some people, their character aligns with like personal preservation, and that's a big value of theirs.
Yeah.
For other people, it's about honesty, it's about transparency. So it's a question of you as an individual, like what do you align with more? If it was us, what would we do? What would you do?
I do actually honestly think I would let someone else know. If I couldn't do that, I'd send a message after that. I would just keep it moving because I can't deal with the stress. It's going to come back on me now. This isn't even my problem. Do you know what I mean? This is like someone else has cheated on you. I'll try some way, somehow to let you know. Don't watch my nails. And if you didn't connect with that message, then I'll keep it moving. I wouldn't say silent though, because I get it. It's going to, you feel bad about that. But
I think I would do what you do.
That's a
I
hard
like
one.
the tell the sister option.
yeah.
Like if they have a sister, because God forbid I was ever going through something like that, I would want to know. And maybe if it came from someone I'm not close to or I don't know from Adam, I may be like, huh, like this is a lot.
100%.
But if it was my sister that was like, Toni, this happened, I want you to know this, I might be a bit more receptive
100%.
to that. Yeah. So I like the telling.
But we are really sorry that this is a situation you found yourself in. What an entanglement. What a
proper
predicament.
entanglement.
That's sad.
Very sad.
People need to stop cheating though. How about that?
Yeah, that's the underlying message.
How about that? I can't stand it. And why is everyone cheating at the moment? If I go online one more time and see someone else has cheated, I swear to God, and it's people I love, like people I was holding on to for hope,
Yeah.
for the future. Do you know what I mean? They're all just breaking down. I'm like, what's going on?
New year, new man and woman. I don't know. Anyway, next up, I hope that was helpful, guys. I hope that was helpful. I hope we answered your dilemmas. If you have dilemmas you would like to send to us, please hit up the inbox toni@tonitoldmepod.com or message us via DMs on Instagram @ToniToldMePod. Next up, we have the Sisterhood Spotlight. This is the part I've really been waiting for because we're going to focus on our guest today. Woo! Singer-songwriter, Grammy Award winner, Kamille. I've got loads of juicy questions about life, about career, about her past, and about being married to my brother. So that will be up next. We're back with the Sisterhood Spotlight, and this week I am joined by award-winning singer-songwriter, producer, Kamille.
It's always weird when people say that about me. I'm like, huh?
But you've achieved a lot. Let me people need to know the levels. When I say singer-songwriter, I'm not talking like small scale. I'm talking somebody who has racked up billions of streams, who has worked with the likes of Dua Lipa, David Guetta, Jess Glynn, Little Mix, so many people I
It's
can't
a
even
lot. It's a
think
lot
of.
of people.
Like when I say the list is endless, you've worked with Madonna. You've had Beyonce talk about you in interviews.
Oh my God, yeah.
You've won an Ivor Novello Award, which is like basically like the Oscars equivalent of the singer-songwriter award. You're a Brit Awards recipient. You've won Grammys, not one, multiple. Don't get shy on me
I
now.
know,
Like
that's it,
when I say there's levels to this shit, there's levels.
Thank you,
there's
sister.
levels. So I need people to know this because some people listening may not know. And I need you guys to lock in.
I appreciate
Lock
that
in.
so much.
So it's a big deal that we have you here. I mean, it's exciting for me because obviously I've had like Tara, my sister, my brother,
I
my
was
mum.
waiting for my time.
Yeah, but I think
I'm so happy.
This is a good week though because it follows the Grammys.
Yeah, okay, perfect timing. It's a musical related thing.
Yeah.
And also I'm just trying to be here for the vibes, to be honest with you. It's the whole family I've been on here. But I'm just so proud of Toni. I can't express to you how proud I am of my sis. So
thank you.
it's an honour to be here actually and to watch this podcast grow to what it is. And I know everyone loves it as much as I do. So yeah, an honour.
We're excited to
be
have
here.
you. I have so many questions I want to ask you. I have loads of questions about like work in general.
Okay.
Oh wait, actually, no. I want to be even more specific. Can we just talk about the fact that you have over 30 UK platinum certifications?
Oh wow.
You have how many number one singles now? Is it 6, 7? Oh my God, 7. Over 20 UK top 10 singles.
Oh Lord.
Like, yeah. So when I say there's levels, they're like, the numbers don't lie.
But the thing is, it's been so much hard work. Like, and I think honestly for me, the scariest, weirdest thing is how quickly that time has gone that I've put in all that work.
Yeah.
And now even hearing those accolades, I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you have a moment where your life has I've just been hustling
been
for
a
the last
blur.
10 years. Yeah, literally.
On that, I kind of know this story already.
Yeah.
But for the people listening who don't know, how did you come to become who you are today in the music industry? Because I think there are a lot of people listening who are probably like, oh, I would love to do what Kamille does, or oh, Camille's such a big inspiration. I don't know how to get my foot in the door. Like, how did it begin?
I had a very lucky start. So I hate telling this story because it's not normal, but okay, I was working in the finance industry. My parents were really big on education. So I studied economics, maths, and then went on to do I started being a stockbroker. And I'd literally just started after working through loads of banks. I was a personal banker at like 18, which was really
mental.
I was really, really on it. But I knew deep down it just still wasn't quite for me. I was just following kind of what my parents were telling me to do. And I was lucky enough to have private education. So we were all kind of geared up for like these big careers. And I just didn't want to do it deep down. But anyway, there was this one day when I literally decided to walk out of my job. It was like...
What, you just were like, I quit?
Sis, I felt like, okay, in my job, I felt like Neo with like all the screens in the Matrix.
Oh, wow.
Like, it was like... And I was like, I don't want to be here. I literally had that moment. I just walked out. And meanwhile that was happening, my dad put me in touch with this studio where I could go and just like find out about music. And I didn't really know what he was to write.
That's very sweet though, that he wanted you to like feed into that interest.
He always was kind of pushing me with that stuff, but he knew that deep down I had to get my, you know, my education and get a real job. Or whatever it was that they tried to tell me. But I mean, I would just hang out in the studio. One day I just walked out of my job, went to the studio, and I started writing this song that then turned out to be What About Us, which was a song that then got taken to and given to the Saturdays.
Wow.
Featuring Shana Paul.
Shana Paul.
Shana Paul. And that song went to number 1.
So wait, no.
Sis.
Back up. So let me get this right.
Yeah.
You're a stockbroker. You're working in finance. One day you're like, fuck this. I don't want to work here anymore.
Literally.
And your dad's like, okay, you know what? Let your hair down. Go to the studio. You go to the studio and you write a number 1 hit.
And that's why I hate telling the story, because it's not fair to hear that.
Sense.
I know. I had a very lucky start.
I don't even think that's luck. That's skill. That to me, that's not luck. To me, that is that is divine intervention.
It was
that
God.
is fate. That is God telling you you are exactly where you need to be.
100%. But I then definitely realised how much work I had to do after that, because I think people were calling me like, oh, she's a one-hit wonder.
Really?
I kept getting these conversations like, who's this Kamille girl? Who's this Kamille girl? And I was like, okay. So I worked so hard after that. I hustled. Every single moment of my life was like, who can I get in a room with now? And what sessions can I get into? And what record labels can I speak to? And I managed to even get a job on The X Factor as like I was just trying to get in any way, anyhow. So I got a job working with Simon Cowell. That's how long I've known Simon Cowell. And that was about, 10, 12 years ago.
Wow.
And I was a coach and I was just learning and watching. And there's no better place to learn like a show like that, because you get to see people come in who are absolutely no one, like completely not unknown. And then the next day they're a star.
Yeah.
Do you remember how quick that would happen on the X Factor?
Oh my gosh.
And then we would put the songs together for them, and we'd kind of like, so you're kind of A&Ring them in like a kind of really, really short amount of time. And it taught me so much that after that I went and met Little Mix and I started writing for them and got like all these number ones. It was straight after that show. I think that show did something for me. And learning from Simon. I used to go to Simon Cowell's house and just like kiki with him, and it was so mad. Wild. It was mad. So that process was wild. And then I was just hustling. One thing about me, I'm not afraid to slide into a DM.
Oh, we know that. Even my brothers, we know that. We know that.
That's how I met my mate.
That's how she met her husband. You know, she slid in my brother's DM.
I slid.
Congratulations on your, what did you say?
I slid all the way. To be fair, he was getting a plaque, because Tommy is also a DJ, as you guys know, and he was receiving a plaque for a song that he released, and I said congratulations. That was it.
And that was it. The rest is history. But do you know what you taught me? And I always reference you on the pod as well. When I talk about women going for what they want, you taught me the importance of just going for what you want unapologetically, because I think for a lot of women there's an element of either imposter syndrome or like a lack of confidence or feeling like you're expecting other people to make moves for you and you just kind of slot into the moves they prepare, but you taught me the importance of just going for things if you want them, if you're interested in them, 100%. And not letting people hold you back.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah, I love that.
I feel like we don't actually have a choice. Like, if you want your dreams that much, you don't have a choice. And that's the one thing my mum taught me. My mum is
she's a boss as well.
She's obsessed with Toni and all Tommy's family, by the way.
Camille's mum.
She loves you so much.
And your mum has an MBE.
She does. My mum has an MBE. And got it just from working so hard. And she worked in business and helped lots of businesses start. But she is someone who I look at, and she did that through, so my parents are divorced, and even through that divorce, my mum was working hard and doing all this stuff. And I just have that example. So I don't know anything else other than seeing women work really, really hard. And yeah, I just felt I have to outdo her in my life. Like, that's what my mum said.
I love that.
I kind of feel like, I want an OBE. Do you know what I mean? Or I want more. That's what she set before me. So I have to outdo her now. And I just had incredible inspirational, figures around me, my sister. And I just knew nothing else other than hard work.
So on your journey, because on one hand, you explain it like it happened quite easily. But I know from talking to you that you dealt with your own hurdles from being like, undervalued, underappreciated, from feeling like people don't respect you in the same way as they may respect other singer-songwriters. Do you feel like your gender or your race or both had a part to play in that?
Yeah, 100%. The thing is, when I started and I would go into, studio sessions, because most of my career I've been in a studio. That's how it works when you're a writer, you're always in the studio. And I would always usually be the only black girl in the studio, especially in this country, in the UK. I would always be the only black girl. I'd usually be the only girl.
Really?
Definitely the only black girl. It's kind of changed, towards like most recent years, but I'm just used to being the only girl. And it was only after about 5 years of that, I was like, why am I not seeing anyone else that looks like me? Why am I not having any other people around that I could kind of bounce off and share stories and stuff?
Yeah.
And I just wanted to change that. So not only would I always encourage other women and girls to get into songwriting, engineering, all these roles that you don't typically see women in.
Yeah.
But I would make sure that I was learning stuff that was outside of what people were telling me I was doing. So I realised very early on I was doing much more than writing, I was producing.
Yeah.
Because I'm a very musical person. So I was on the piano, I was learning how to do this, I was learning how to produce, but I was still being told that I was just a songwriter for a very long time. And that obviously means that I'm not earning the royalties I was meant to be earning, I'm not getting the credits I was meant to be getting. I was just kind of in my position over here.
Yeah.
And that I hated so much. And a lot of girls I know have gone through that in this industry. So now it makes me so proud, more than anything I've done actually, to know that I'm a fully fledged record producer. I taught myself, I'm self-taught.
That's
I have
amazing.
exec production credits. If you go on Spotify, a lot of the records you'll see, for example, under the song, you look at the credits, you'll see Kamille, singer, Kamille, producer,
Yeah,
Kamille,
that's
writer. Like, that's a flex to me now, more than anything else, because it's going to inspire other girls to do the same. So I'm just about making change, to be honest, wherever I can. There's a lot of injustice in this industry, 100%.
I do feel like you are an inspiration for so many people. Well, I'm sure you know that, because whenever I speak to someone in the music industry, whether they're already established or up and coming, they're always so amazed by the fact that you're my sister-in-law. And they're like, oh my God, Camille's your sister-in-law. Oh my God, Kamille.
That's how people are with you. We're literally hilarious. And if I even mention your name, oh my God, it's Toni, what's she like?
And no, but I get it though, because you are a boss in the industry, but I think that you are such an inspiration to women in general, like music aside, to be able to juggle your career, to have a happy, healthy marriage, to be a mother. I know for me, like I've talked to you about this in the past, that I'm not someone who is like easily inspired, not like in a bad way, but I feel like when it comes to people externally, whether it's like celebrities or just people I'm not close to, because I'm not close to them, it's hard for me to be inspired by them, because it's like, I don't know you. I don't know your life. I don't know the reality of your situation. And I think that helps me retain my confidence, because I don't really compare myself to people.
That's
but
so good.
The downside though is that it's hard for me to find inspiration outside of my like internal social bubble.
Circle.
But I remember like from early when Tommy introduced me to you, and then I got to know you, and then I found out more about you. And then as your life developed and you guys got married and whatnot, I remember for the first time in a long time feeling like, I'm so inspired. And I've told you this before though, but it's yeah, please don't cry, because then you'll get me going.
We always cry with things
but
like
it was
this,
like a big moment for me, because being the eldest of three, I don't necessarily have people who like came before me to lay certain foundations. Obviously, I have my mum who's a boss in her own right.
Yeah.
But I guess it's different, especially when like the person's not in entertainment or a similar industry. But to see a woman who is also a Black woman be so successful in her field and to build such an amazing life for herself, and to have someone that close to home helped me in so many ways remind myself that it's possible. Like your dream life is very possible. And I think if I hadn't seen you or had you in my life, a part of me would have still been like, can I do this? Is it possible? Can I make this? But seeing you, like, you are that real life example of someone who literally has it all. And I think that's a conversation that women often have though. Like, can you have it all? But you've proven to me it might be all at different times, and you might be more focused on like motherhood one time, or being a wife one time, or career one time. But I feel like you have it all. Do you feel like you have it all?
That's so sweet, Toni. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. I feel like I do.
Yeah.
I can't sit here and say that I'm not happy with my life. I would say it's so hard.
Yeah.
I can't sit here and be like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's beautiful and whatever. Like most days I'd be crying, child. I have a scheduled cry once a week. 100%. Yeah. Like,
do you think that's more since you've had kids?
Yeah, and even before, because I suffer a lot from anxiety. I suffer a lot from, as you're saying, you don't compare. I'm so jealous of that, because I easily compare myself.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of us do. And that, it really can get to me quite a lot, especially in this industry where, like, you know, every day I have to go online, and I have to be online, and I have to promote, and I have to do all these things. And some days I'm just not mentally like cut out for it. And that's where I look at you, because you've always taught me to be so strong when it comes to things like that, and to like bet on yourself, and to like, this is like, you can do this. Like whenever I ask Toni, 'cause we'll have these conversations all the time, like, how'd you go online all the time? And how'd you do it? And how do you do content all day long? And she's like, yeah, I love it. And I'm just like, okay, bitch, okay. But it's because she's so strong-willed when it comes to stuff like that. And as you're saying, it's probably because you're not comparing. Nothing phases you. I look at that so much. So it's just funny that we're looking at each other for so many things, our strengths. But I don't know. I feel like I've created a life that I dreamt of for sure. But I'm learning that nothing comes without its difficulties. Like, you might want the career, the family, the man. Are you ready for all that comes with that? Like, are you ready for what comes with being married? Everyone wants to be married. Are y'all ready for what comes with being married? It's a full-time job. That's a job in itself. Like, keeping a happy home and a happy relationship. Me and Tommy say it all the time, like, it is work. Like, you actually have to work at it. And I didn't realize that until going through couples therapy with Tommy and all these things that we do. Like we still do couples therapy now, even though he has to drag me there probably every 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, you do couples
Sometimes
therapy.
I have not got the energy for it. But it's like, it's that amount of work and input into your relationship. So all these things just come with work, is what I was saying.
On that note, for the people listening, I think it's really lovely that you mentioned the couples therapy thing, because I know that you were going like every week at one point, then bi-weekly.
Yeah.
And it's really helped your relationship a lot. And Tommy like thinks it's been amazing. You've said really great things about it. And I love that you expressed that, because I think a lot of people are not quick to express that. But I think it's really important for people in general, like especially couples.
Yeah.
What is the biggest thing you have taken away from doing that couples therapy with my brother?
Oh my gosh, it's the accountability for me and the transparency. Like I didn't know that I needed to be transparent in a relationship. I was very much, before I met Tommy, independent girly to the core. You can't tell me nothing, especially because I had success on my own. Doing it my way was what I knew and was successful. You're trying to come up here and tell me I need to do this is A, B, and C. So for me, it took me a long time to understand, like, okay, this is now a partnership and I have to disclose certain things. I have to be transparent. And, you know, I would tell little white lies for fun, just about stupid stuff. Like even that, that was normal to me. Like, I'm not telling you everything. I learned very quickly that had to change. So
not with Hawkeye.
Babe, with Hawkeye. Lord Jesus. Okay. No, but honestly, Tommy has made me a better person in so many ways. Like, and through doing therapy with him, I've just learned that, you know, every week we're going to sit down and we're going to be honest and we're going to talk about stuff. And also having someone there that's going to tell you about yourself. Yeah. That's not your partner, because your partner might tell you about yourself and you're like, whatever. Yeah. Someone else telling you that, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I need to address this. So, and also it's nice to just be able to like cuss your partner out sometimes on a weekly basis. Yeah,
offload with a mediator.
Offload. Yeah. Even the little things. Like sometimes Tommy does some little stuff and I'm like, babe, why are you doing that? Like, can you just stop? Yeah. You know? The other day he tried to tell me he wanted a motorcycle license.
Oh, no.
All right?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
You know what? We can get into that in more detail offline actually, because I was actually looking into, funnily enough, well, it's quite sad, but I was looking into motorcycle mortality rates, right? Serious. And the reason why is because I saw a really, really upsetting video on social media. So a guy had done a video, it was like his girlfriend holding the camera, and she did a video where she was like, oh, my boyfriend will be here in 2 seconds. And then the boyfriend drives past on a motorbike. The most liked comment under that video was, enjoy him while you have him, which is really callous, because they're saying that, with the way he's got a motorbike and with the way he's driving, he's not going to be around for long. And then I found out that 6 weeks later he died.
Oh,
I know, it was awful. And then when I was reading through the comments, there was a registered nurse who said that she will never ever let anyone she loves drive a motorcycle because in her career, some of the worst injuries and deaths she's ever seen have been on a motorbike. So we'll have that conversation with him offline, because he's absolutely not.
Don't worry.
No, he's a father of 2. You are absolutely not getting a motorbike.
Tommy gets like all these offers for things and stuff. He's just doing so well in his career. So all these things are coming to him. But that's one thing he agrees he's not going to do.
He needs to jam his height.
Yeah, absolutely no.
But I'm glad though that the therapy is proving useful, and I think it's important for people to hear that, so they know that actually it's not something you do when there's a problem. It's something you do to maintain the peace that exists and the health that exists in your relationship.
100%.
It's like brushing your teeth.
It is.
You don't brush your teeth because your teeth are falling out. You brush your teeth because you don't want them to fall out.
100%. It's definitely, actually, you should see it selfishly, as a way for you to be able to vent. It's not so much that you need to go there because you're in trouble or because your relationship's bad. It's more so you can get stuff out that you might not have been able to. And I am a strong believer in not like talking our couple business too much to people. Yeah. So it's a good way even for us to like be able to do that in a safe space, because I really, really try not to vent to anyone other than Tommy about our stuff.
That's important.
It's really hard though, because sometimes I'm like, like Toni knows. Sometimes I'll be venting to Toni. I'm like, Toni and Tara. I'm like, why is your brother doing this thing for? And I'm sure he does the same to you with me. That's true. You know, it's just nice to be able to do that with someone who's, you know, there to do it with us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
On the topic of obviously the Grammys, because I mentioned that in the intro.
Yeah.
You do not have one. You have 2.
I have 2 Grammys.
For bodies of work. So do you want to talk about your first ever?
Things make me so shy?
Yeah,
I get so shy.
like, if I was
imposter syndrome.
sorry, but if I had 2 Grammys,
I know.
you wouldn't hear the end of
you
it.
would be flexing, honestly.
I'd be like, Happy New Year, guys. Just sat here with my Grammys. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what, though? I do have one of them in my studio, and I'm very, very proud.
And it's heavy, too. I've touched it.
It is heavy. And then my mum actually made like a counterfeit one of another one because they don't always, you can't get the statue. It's not very easy to get it. So my mum like got one on Alibaba and made it for me. So I have like a physical representation of it. It's really cute. But
so what was the first one for? Do you want to tell everyone listening?
The first Grammy, Martin, what was the first Grammy? Was it for Fred again or was Duet? Okay, thank you. So
I love the fact that you don't even know. Do you know how much of a flex that is? The fact that you have so many accolades and you do so much.
I have to ask him all the time.
If I had a Grammy, it would be like a tattoo stamped on my head.
Listen, my manager is like a walking encyclopedia. He's incredible. Martin, I have to ask him everything because even like sometimes he'll get in touch and he'll be like, okay, this artist wants to cut this song that you wrote. And I'm like, what song is that?
What song did I write?
And he'll have to sing it. I make him sing them to me now. It's like a little game. It's just, we've just done so much at this point. But yeah, so it's for Dua Lipa's album, Future Nostalgia, which was just an incredible album to work on with her. And then the second one was for my friend, good friend Fred again, who is just incredible. And again, I have a song with him called Like I Do, and that's on the Grammy-winning album. So
that's amazing.
We all get Grammys. You get a Grammy.
Hopefully one day. Nah, I can't sing for Jack.
The way you're moving, though.
Trust me. Actually, one day. No, you know what? You're right. With the way I'm moving, 10 years from now, I might be like, I've learned the piano.
Exactly. You're very musical. Toni makes these little songs, by the way. I'm not going to disclose too much about them. But
Next topic. Okay,
okay, let's talk about that.
So, I kind of know the tea regarding artists you've worked with that you haven't necessarily enjoyed working with, but I'll keep that quiet, right? Yeah. Because we all have people. I have people that I've worked with. I'm like, I'll never, ever again work with these people. I want to know some of your favorite artists you've worked with.
Ooh, okay. There's an experience that I had with Rihanna, which was just, honestly...
Sorry.
I cried.
Back up. An experience I had with Rihanna.
And it was an experience. It literally was. And I'm sure she probably won't even remember this because she probably has a million experiences like this all the time. But for me, it was like the most life-changing moment because I'm in the studio with her. She had a camp and we were all there. And she walks into the room and we're playing a song that we've just written for her. And she's like notorious for maybe not being that expressive about songs that she hears, maybe until she's really into it.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, okay, she might not like it, whatever. She comes into the room and she's like, and then she starts dancing and she goes, she flicked, she was doing this to me. I swear to you, I didn't wash my arm for like a week.
That is too
I was breathing
funny.
in her air. I was like, oh my God, this is not happening. Like, it was one of those surreal moments in my life where I'm like, I'm here playing a song to Rihanna. Like,
and she's loving it.
And she loved it. It's just crazy. That kind of stuff happens to me often though. Like, I'm often in rooms where like, did that really just happen? And I have to like go home and process. It's really, really hard. Like even Nile Rodgers, one of the gods of music, right?
Yeah.
He ended up jumping on one of my songs. And this is when I just first started learning how to produce. And I was producing Nile Rodgers at Abbey Road, like on my laptop.
Oh, the Abbey Road.
He was playing guitar, like freak out. He was doing all of that. And he was like telling me stories about Luther Vandross and how he used to do this and all these. He was talking about Michael Jackson and telling me real life stories about these people. And I'm like on my laptop, like, oh my God. It was incredible. So I have a lot of weird experiences like that.
Do you know what I love? The 6 degrees of separation theory. Because with Kamille, I feel like I'm like 2 degrees away from everybody. No, seriously. I love that. Because I feel like, you know how they're like, 6 degrees of separation from like the biggest celebrities. It's only 6 people in between. For me,
Babe.
I feel like, sorry, it's 2 people in
That's
between.
how I feel about you, sis. You've been brushing shoulders with Rihanna on a casual, okay? So we've both been there.
I do relate to the Rihanna thing because she has a presence. Like, no one knows this, but she kissed my cheek.
I mean, the picture you guys got is
that picture was
iconic.
Insane. Thank you.
Iconic.
Do you know what, for me, it was even more astounding about that picture, right? Obviously, like, Rihanna's like the most beautiful person in the world, in my opinion.
Toni is serving face.
you matched.
Thank
Like,
you.
Like the
serving.
levels. It was like, these are two beautiful women.
I worked very
beautiful
hard on my makeup
incredible.
that day
It was
because I knew I was
incredible.
going to a Fenty Beauty event. So I really overworked. That was like 3 hours worth of face beat.
Can I also tell you guys a very funny story about my sister right here, okay? Now,
Oh no, what? I'm nervous. What's this funny story?
I have never experienced anything like when Toni met Jamie Foxx. I have never...
God.
I need to tell you guys the story. Just pause. Okay? Don't watch my nails. Okay. We are in a restaurant for Toni's bachelorette. Where were we, Toni?
You were in, what was this? Wait, my sister's in the background. What was the restaurant? Le Mans.
Okay, we're in Le Mans. This is a very classy restaurant, okay? Over there, I think it was Tommy that spotted him. Tommy spots Jamie Foxx yonder, okay? He's got a massive wide-brimmed hat. He's just doing Jamie. He's having dinner with his whole family, okay, at this point. So we're like, oh my God, Jamie Foxx is over there. Okay, cool. It then turns into somehow some kind of like party in the street. Jamie Foxx is now DJing suddenly and getting everyone up out their seats and having a party in the street. So we're all off our seats. My food is I just got my steak. I'm like, okay, cool. We're going chill. We go and stand around and gather at the kind of front of the restaurant. Toni disappeared. Disappeared into the crowd. I said, where's Toni? All I saw was her little hand like, bye. She was gone. I said, okay. She comes back only to tell us that Jamie Foxx was right next to her, talking to her. He followed her on Instagram. I'm like, this woman is unstoppable, okay? I thought I was tenacious. I thought I was like brave. You, that day, you inspired me.
I was brave that day. Actually.
You don't
I probably did too much. I just walked right onto it. And I
it
was
was just
like,
incredible. But it just made me think you don't actually need degrees of separation, sis. Like you make the moment
that's
happen.
sweet.
Yeah, you make magic happen every day. And I just think it just shows, even where Toni is in her career, she's still unafraid to like just go for it. And it made me laugh so much because it reminded me of some stuff that I've done in my career as
having
well.
audacity.
Just having
That's the
audacity.
best thing you can have, especially as a woman, and a
100%.
woman of color.
Yeah.
So I feel like as a woman of color, you need to work 3 times, 4 times as hard to be given the same recognition. You've experienced this in music. I've experienced this as a creator. Like for me to get the campaigns that white creators get and the amount of money they get, I need to have like double, triple their numbers.
That's wild.
I already have double, triple their numbers and I'm not making the kind of money that they're necessarily making or getting the opportunities they're getting. I have to work so much harder. And I think that when you have that life, you end up harnessing that audacity because you're like, you know what, no one's going to hand it to me. I just have to take it for myself because literally like with everything, like no one's going to just hand it on a silver platter. I have 100%. To create this for myself. I have to get this for myself. And then when
but it's tiring though. Isn't that tiring? It's exhausting having to always do this. Like, can't we sometimes just be chosen? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's true. It can be exhausting, but I think it also creates a strength that is like undeniable.
It does. It does. 100%. And yeah, I'm just proud of us because I feel like if this is where we are now, imagine where we're going to be in another 10 years, you know? I wish we learned this stuff earlier, actually.
Yeah, like I can't wait to just meet my next nephew or niece too. Like that's going to be...
Your next nephew or niece? Can I say something to you, by the way, also, okay? This girl be wishing more babies on us. You've had to have your own life with your husband now, okay? You also have another wonderful, ripe sister. And I say ripe because she's beautifully ripe, beautiful. She's ready.
The guitar plays in the background. Like you guys can't see my sister, but her eyes are like, what?
I'm just saying that Toni keeps wishing me babies on me.
Do you know why? Because
done.
2 of the best things that have ever happened in my life, and 2 of the most wonderful things and beings in my life are a result of obviously this woman here. Like my nephew and my niece are 2 of the best things that have ever happened to me.
Amazing.
And they make me so happy, right? So I always joke with Kamille about like having more kids because I'm just like, bring more joy to my life. She's the only person who can get away with like wishing triplets on me because when she was pregnant with my nephew, I was like, it's twins, you're going to have twins. And she kept telling me to just shut my mouth.
Has anyone ever wished twins on you, guys? Okay, it's not a nice feeling, especially if you don't want them. If you're not ready for twins and you have everyone, you're having twins. I said, okay, all right. But let's see what really happens, okay? Let's see what's happening.
Me back. She's wishing twins on me, triplets on me, all sorts.
I can't wait though. Do you know what? It's so funny as well because Toni was talking to me about, you know, people online talking about, you know, when you're having a baby and all this stuff. And I think one positive is that we're all just so excited for your next chapter, whatever that looks like. And no one is more excited than all of us. So we just want you to have lots of kids for us.
Oh, and I want you to have lots of kids for me too.
I'm done, baby. I'm done. Me and Tommy are at the game though. 100% we're done.
Oh, you're fully?
Yeah, no, we're fully done.
Line drawn.
Because we're finally starting to get our lives back a little bit. Like I'll be real with you, the first year when you have a child, trenches. Like it's not cute. It's not cute. It's beautiful, but it's so hard. And it's the lack of sleep for me. Like sometimes I call you just moaning about it.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so jokes. Every time I call them, especially my brother. Actually, I think Kamille manages the lack of sleep better than Tommy. Every time I call my brother, he starts the conversation with the same thing. I'm like, oh, Tommy, how are you? He's like, I'm tired, man. I'm like, bro, any day of the week. Tommy, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm tired,
It's exhausting.
man. Every day they're tired.
It's a deep sense of fatigue. It's like, I can only liken it to, you know, you've been at a rave. You remember when you used to go to a rave?
Yeah.
Like till like 5, 6, and you have to go to work the next day.
Or lectures at uni.
It's that level of, that's like your base level.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's that level of like chronic fatigue when you have a baby. So I think we're just done with that, if I'm really honest.
What do you think is harder? Having the career you have or being a mother?
I think having the career.
Really?
Yeah.
That's harder.
Being a mum, listen, those children, it's like, they're like my heart. I liken it to, you know, it's my heart outside of my body. It's easy to do that.
Oh.
It's so easy to love them and be around them and do everything. You don't even think about it. There's no thought in doing that. I think with my career is the hardest bit because for some reason, I feel like I still haven't managed to get to where I need to get to or where I want to get to. I'm a very ambitious person, so I'm constantly living in a state of like want when it comes to my career, which it's not a nice place to exist. I think that's why I'm so ambitious, yes, but it's also a very hard place to live in that spot. I'm never feeling like I'm satisfied with my career ever.
Really?
Yeah, never.
Do you think you ever will be?
No.
See, Cox, I wanted to ask you like what you're working on now and what's coming up next. But the fact that you won't even be satisfied with that, I mean, I still want to know. I still want to know what is coming up next and what you're working on now.
Okay. So with my artist projects, I'm releasing more music. I'm writing and producing and doing all of that stuff. And even that, doing it independently now as well, as a lot of independent artists know, it's so hard and it's not the easiest way, but it's the only way for me to do it. So that's going to be really, really exciting, actually. And it's a whole new musical direction for me, which is exciting. I have to play you some, actually.
I can't wait to hear what else you've got. I know. I mean, you've played me some already.
Yeah.
And Tyler has his faves that he's banging out.
Oh, I know. He's so sweet. I just love Tyler so much.
So
I've never met a happier person in my life, by the way.
Yeah, he's a very happy person.
He's so happy all the time. Like, I used to think, is he really always that happy? And he
really
not all
is.
The time. Oh, okay.
No, not all that. I mean, he's generally happy, but I can piss him off if I need to. But yeah, so yeah, you've got your new project coming up. Lots of new music underway.
Oh my gosh, new music, loads of writing for loads of artists. So I think now what's happened, because I've had kids, I think the industry's kind of felt like I've been on maternity leave. That's another weird thing that happens when you have children in the industry. Everyone kind of not writes you off, but they kind of go, oh, she just had a baby. And
She's
I'm like,
busy, yeah, let's not disturb her.
do I not have a mouth? Can I not think? Like, it's really weird. So I think now, though, the kind of tone is definitely that I'm back to work. So I'm getting lots of like, it's back. Like my manager's like, Kamille, you're getting a lot of session requests. I'm like, oh, okay, we back.
Are there any you can talk about as far as like artists?
Mm-hmm. No.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what though? I will tell you off screen, but there's a lot. I just don't know if they're not allowed to say.
Okay,
but
fair.
There's a lot coming in, and I'm doing a lot this year. It's already looking like a very busy year for that, which is good because we need to keep the lights on at home.
Yeah.
And then I've got a lot of other stuff. Like we're filming a reality show, which is really incredible.
Oh my God, how can I forget about that?
I don't even know.
And you have the show with you have got two things coming up. You have the show with Simon Cowell. Can you tell people about that, please?
Okay, so I filmed a show with Simon Cowell on Netflix. It's called Simon Cowell: The Next Act, where we basically went around the country, the UK, and found members of a boy band, put a boy band together. They're called December 10, and they're out now, and they're incredible. And I was literally in the studio with them the other day recording. So we're recording at the moment, which is really exciting. But they're just so lovely. And I think that process for me was incredible because you get to be like right at the front of it, like finding someone that's just walking into a room.
Yeah.
Maybe just come from their job, taking a chance, seeing a spark in them and being like, I want to give you a chance. Like, that is a mad feeling.
Wow.
I've never experienced that before. And there's 7 of them. There's a lot of them in the band.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wait, how many members were there in like One Direction?
There were 5 in One Direction.
What about in like Westlife?
5.
Oh, so they're breaking the
Yeah.
norm.
It's kind of like more of a K-pop vibe, I feel like, in terms of the numbers.
Simon knows what he's doing.
I think he knows what he's doing, yeah. But although recording them the other day was a lot.
Yeah, because 7 voices,
7
styles.
times recording that song. I was
Wow.
like, wow. Shout out Steve Mack, who's the producer as well, because he did a number on that. It was really incredible. But yeah, that's been a wonderful process. And I think I definitely want to work more with Simon Cowell on more projects because he's so funny.
He seems so lovely.
He is the loveliest. He came to our house and like...
I saw the video of him in the Lamborghini.
He came and drove in the Lamborghini. He loves Tommy. He loves our family. So it's really sweet. He's amazing.
And the reality show?
So the reality show, we've shot like pilot sizzle things and it's just like, even that is a weird thing, like cameras following us around now.
Yeah, like
and
recording your everyday life.
us. But I do feel like, honestly, me and Tommy, I feel like we have one of those setups where we're just absolutely stupid and foolish and like, you know how we are. We're just being ourselves. We're very, very chaotic at home. So, and we have the kids and all the things and it's just a lot. It's a madness.
I fear that TJ's going to eat you all up. He's going to
TJ's
eat you all up. He's
star.
going to be the star of the
TJ's
show.
a
If
star.
this goes to TV,
He's a star.
he's going to eat everybody
I
up.
don't know if you guys saw TJ at Tony's wedding.
Oh my
but
God.
he was the ring bearer and he went up to the...
He stole the limelight.
Stole the limelight at your wedding. Also, okay, this is a typical example of what I have to deal with Tommy, okay? So I'm a bridesmaid. I'm sitting with Tommy next to me, TJ's next to me, which already I was very, very worried about because he's this close to Toni in her white dress, a toddler, okay? This close. So we're all sitting down and I said to Tommy, before we went in, I said, Tommy, have you got any snacks for TJ? Tommy's like, yeah. I said, did you pack like dry snacks? Like we need like, biscuit, anything that's just not going to be damaging.
Pombears.
When I sat down, I'm just walked down the aisle behind Toni. Tony's sitting here with Taiwo. I look in the snack bag and I can just hear chomping. And I look at my son and he's eating blueberries at the front of the aisle, literally virtually on your dress. Like he was this close. My son is just, honestly, he's everything and more. And then when we tried to tell him to stop, no. I'm like, oh my God, you're not going to do this to me at Tony's wedding. But he's something else. He definitely is like, he has all of our personalities combined. I think even yours. I feel like he has some of your personality, some of Tara. Like he had some of my sister. He's just everything and more.
He's a ball of joy. On my wedding day, it was great. Like he was the ring bearer, and he handed the box to Taiwo, and then Taiwo got the rings out, and then he said, "Taiwo, my box," and then return it. So then Taiwo gave him back his box, and then I think Tommy or Kamille said, "Oh, say thank you." Then he was like, "Thank you."
So
and
loud.
then he sits down. And we're doing the prayers and he's got his little hands and doing amen. And then I think I was doing my vows and Taiwo, he was doing his vows. And I think I was crying at one point and then the vows finished. It was silent. And then he goes, "Well done." I was like, this boy is hilarious. But
He's
like,
a star.
if anyone could put blueberry juice on my wedding dress,
my gosh,
he's the only person
sis.
that I would like totally allow.
I was so scared that day. I was so scared. A wedding with a toddler is just not ideal, man. Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, I love, what I love so much is his relationship with you all. I think that for me is like one of the joys of my life is seeing him, especially like I was even, I was really worried when you moved to Houston because I was like, oh my gosh, he's going to miss his auntie so much. But I feel like he's even closer with you now because
I call regularly.
Toni
now.
is, and that's one thing about you, sis. You are so intentional. That's why I got immediately why it's worked with you in Taiwo because you are an intentional person. You call your nephew. You do your bedtime story with him, even when you have other stuff to do, and he expects your call now and he's excited. And she tells him the most foolish bedtime stories. It's so funny. Like she makes up all kinds of rubbish for him. And it's just, yeah, it's been beautiful seeing that. I feel like you're even closer now.
Yeah, funny
than you were
enough, which is
before.
weird. Yeah, but I guess that's what distance does.
100%.
Because I was like, I don't want him to forget me, and I don't want Tari to forget me, and like everyone else will remember me, but they're kids; they could easily forget me. So I had to like
Never gonna happen.
think of something.
Yeah.
But,
He's
my
obsessed
babies.
with you.
I feel like this second mum. Well, I am kind
You
of like,
are.
yeah. When you're an
Yeah.
auntie, you are the second mum.
100%.
Cam, it has been a joy to have you on the podcast. It's been great to hear about what you're working on. It's been great to hear about how you came to the industry and all the accolades you have. And I think so many people listening are going to be inspired by you. If you're not already following Kamille, please do. How can they find you on
You can find me
socials?
anywhere. Kamille is usually where you can find me. Kamille XX on... I'm not even on X anymore. Is anyone on X?
No.
We don't talk about X.
We don't talk
okay,
about X
anyway, so
anymore.
just find me at Kamille. I'm online. And I always reply. I'm very, very good with replying. So if you want to hit me up and ask me any questions, I'm always down to give advice and stuff like that.
And guys, remember that's Kamille with a K.
Kamille with a K.
Kamille.
Yeah.
That's how you spell it.
Yeah.
As always, I end each episode with some positive words, but I think I'm going to relay this responsibility. I feel like you've shared a lot of positive words throughout this episode, Cam, but I think that there's something else in there that we're going to pull out. So to draw a line under this fantastic episode, which will be one of many, because I'm sure we'll have you back, can you please share some inspirational words with our listeners?
Oh, okay. 2 come to mind. Okay. The first thing is, for anyone brokenhearted, you haven't met all the people who are going to love you yet. I find that just incredible. And for all the people who feel like they haven't even got to where they want to get to in life, you haven't even touched the surface of your dreams yet. You haven't even begun. And let that just marinate, because you have so much more to do and you have so many more people in your life to come that are going to love you better than you ever experienced before.
That's so sweet. I can see our producers in the background. Rosie's got her hand on her chest, and then producer Anisha's like doing little claps in the background. No, those words were so lovely, so
I meant
inspiring. And I
it.
think they're going to give so many people hope, and I completely agree with you. Like, yeah, the future is brighter than people can even
100%.
imagine. They just have to believe that.
Defo.
Cam, you've been an amazing guest. Love you lots. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
I love it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. You've been amazing. And we're going to have you back at some point.
Yeah, we should do it all of us on together.
Oh my God. You know what? No, we need to do you and Tommy together.
Are you sure?
We need to do an episode with you and Tommy, then an episode with you and Tara.
God.
Yes.
I feel like all of us together, and we do like a
do
kind
we
of...
even have enough mics for that, guys?
Please, can we do
We'll
that?
find enough.
We'll
Follow
find enough.
everyone.
Oh no, that would be...
Please,
that,
babe.
You know what? For Toni Told Me Unfiltered, yeah, one day we'll just have a chaotic family podcast
All of us.
where everyone is just...
And your mum and dad, please.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, no.
My
Love you,
mother
mummy.
and my father are
We love you,
absolutely not
mummy.
coming. No, I'm joking. My mum can, my dad, no. You know my dad. That's how I would say something wild.
Your dad is just... I love him so much.
That's how my dad will say, children
He's unfiltered.
must respect their fathers. And then it just goes off on a tangent. So yeah, no, but one day we'll have like a nice
Okay.
fun episode. I think that would be
It would
cool.
be
Good
cool.
idea.
It'd be
Good
so
idea.
funny.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, babe.
Thank you so much for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Toni Told Me. Please don't forget to follow us wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and please follow us on socials, Instagram or TikTok at Toni Told Me Pod. And remember, we're on Patreon now, Toni Told Me Unfiltered. Please head over to the Patreon and subscribe if you want to get the juiciest of the juicy tea. I will be back again next Tuesday, and the Patreon episode will be out every Friday. Bye, guys.